That's a good question. Did I give you
I
a
don't think we
date?
did a date.
Just go down the hall. They'll give you the date. My
Okay.
mistake. Go down there, see my judicial clerk. I'm going too fast here.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Good morning, Your Honor. Michael A. Carden, 373-824 on behalf of the defendant.
Sir, your name?
Jonathan Charles Lewis.
He waives reading statement from you?
Yes.
A not guilty pleas entered. He's pleading to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. True?
Yes, sir.
And then they're going to dismiss the expired license.
Right.
Is that what you want to do?
Yes, sir.
If you plead with this, possible penalties are up to 500 fines, 90 days jail, costs for all those. The 2-point civil infraction would be dismissed though. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Did you sign, read, and understand an advice of rights form here today?
Yes.
If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights and there will not be a hearing or a trial. Do you understand that?
Yes,
For
sir.
the charge allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, how do you plead?
Guilty.
On the 16th of February of 26, were you in control of a 2011 Ford that was being operated on Western, Edsel, and Trent?
Yes, sir.
Allow somebody to drive that was unlicensed, and was that you?
Yes, sir.
Are you on probation or parole?
No.
Anybody force you to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
Please accept it. The expired is dismissed. Anything you want to say?
We just asked for an immediate sentencing.
Yeah.
Cost.
Anything you want to say?
No, Your Honor.
You got a valid license now, right?
It's working on it.
What do you mean? Did you have suspensions that you have been taken care of?
No, Your Honor. It's a problem with Secretary of State.
What do you mean?
I was clear to get my license years ago. I mean, I took the test, took the driving test, took the written test. And when I go back there, they tell me that that there's somebody holding my license and they won't they won't renew it.
Your Honor, this stems back from a 2008 case Mr. Lewis has been working on forever.
It's out of 28th District Court.
They're saying that there's an officer in Detroit that's holding my license. They've been holding it since 2011.
Who'd you talk to? At the Secretary of State?
Yeah, they've given me the number for the precinct in Detroit, and I've called, and they have no file of me.
Holding your license? What is a Detroit police officer holding your license for when the charge was out of Southgate?
There was a time where I got in trouble. Technically it didn't, but in Detroit, like at a St. Patrick's Day parade.
All right.
But nothing ever happened from it. I never had court or anything.
That just doesn't seem right to me.
Never got charged.
Maybe you need to talk to a lawyer to get on. I mean, it just doesn't seem right. 25, I'm going to go light on you. 25 fines, 25 costs, 75 victims' rights, $50 justice assessment, 175 or 30 to go down the hall and pay that, and you're all set. Get a lawyer to help you. That's crazy.
I just got a number, so I'm gonna call back when I leave here.
Good enough. Good luck.
Thank you.
James Thomas Bowker, 260-647-449. Your name?
James Valkyrie, Your Honor.
When did you show up here?
11:30.
Why are you showing up so late?
I got dropped off at the city hall. I walked here from the police station.
Who dropped you off at City Hall?
My girlfriend did. I thought that's where the courthouse was. I didn't get the paperwork.
You live on Fifth Street in Trent, right?
Not anymore.
Where do you live?
Now,
Give me your address.
1971 Dorothy Lane, Gray Lane, Michigan.
You live in Grayling?
I'm about to be living there. Yeah. It's my folks' place.
Dorothy, right?
Yes.
Lane, and that's in Grayling.
Great.
What's the zip there?
I think I'd have to look it
Judge,
up.
we have it in the system. It's 4973.
I don't know what to do at this point. I mean, where'd you stay last night?
Hotel.
Which hotel?
In Romulus, America's Best.
Where'd you stay the night before?
In Gray.
So you drove here all the way from Grayling.
Yeah.
Did you bother to tell any of us that you live in Grayling?
Yes, I did. When I had court for a loitering ticket, and they asked me where I'd be at, and where.
I mean, I would have let you Zoom this. This is crazy.
Well, I called and asked if there was a Zoom, but I understand that you didn't have that information. But
Well, they showed your address on Fifth Street. Is what it was.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of getting late. Is Trenton still here? So do I. Call him. You want a lawyer?
I'd like one in.
Who's our lawyer on this, John?
It would be Mr. Schloss.
You give this to Mr. Schloff. Explain what happened. Tell him to kind of run that one through quickly, if you would. So you go out in the hallway, we'll set you up. Jared Miracle.
Thank you, yeah.
Jared Andrew Miracle. Is he here? 2OT-635-153-A and B. Do you know if he's here, Heather? I don't see anybody.
He did not check in with me, Judge.
Yeah, this is just a willful intent to delay adjudication. This guy, I sent the, I'm not going to play the games with this again. This is a 19 ticket. He was arraigned on March the 2nd of this year. I set a bond. I was probably too kind. I said 3,000, 10%. I won't make that mistake again. I'm issuing a warrant forfeiting his bond, and I'm setting 10,000, 10%. Bench warrant to issue 10,000, 10%. That's on the A file. And on the B file, 1,000, 10%. I'm not gonna play games with these guys, please. All right. What else do I have? People against El Jahalam?
Yeah.
Salamat Nasser El Jahalam. This is 26W840751. How long you been here, man?
Me?
Yeah.
USA?
No, I'm asking you.
She was a walk-in this morning, Judge.
She was a walk-in. You just walked in?
Yeah.
What time?
I walked in at like 8:30, 8:40.
Well, I got to review this report. Your height status is revoked. Where you been?
I did not know about the party and I had no transportation. I don't drive.
Judge, just to let you know, she did. There was a notice mailed, and they also signed, when she was here for her screening, she signed off on a notice in probation that was handed to her for that court date.
Yeah, and I went and got fingerprinted the same day that you guys told me to.
I'm still not following why you weren't here last week.
I didn't know about the exact date. My husband did when he went to the court. But I didn't know about
We
it.
gave you the dates. We gave you the date verbally. They gave you a notice down the hall. You went and got screened. You can't just walk in and, I mean, I don't remember this enough. You can't just walk in here. I mean, it's fine. I'll reschedule your sentence, but you gotta pay a little bit more attention to this one. Well, I'll go back to a personal bond of 1,000, but you got to show up on time. 8:30 in the morning. I promise you, you're here and your lawyer's ready and you're ready. I'll be out here sentencing you. Give me a date for this one, Heather.
There should be a sheet on that, Judge.
Sorry, I don't know why I forget that. What, okay, so we also have, your husband was in on this, right?
Yeah.
We
Wasim
had an
Salah,
inter- we have
Kai.
an, we had a, sorry, Judge, we had an interpreter here for him. That was the Arabic interpreter that showed up. and they did not appear.
Come on up here.
Okay.
What are you guys doing? We had an Arabic interpreter here. You guys think I'm gonna do this? You know what, you know how expensive they are? This is Wasim Salah Kayed El Riyashi, 26W840752.
Morning, Your Honor, Michael Crawford, representing the defendant.
What is going on here?
Well, Your Honor, my client, young lady here, she is supposed to get sentenced today.
Well, no, she just walked in.
Well,
Her husband wasn't here on March 18th. She didn't show up. We had an interpreter. If you can tell your husband this, ma'am,
Yeah.
if you want to agitate me, don't show up when there's an interpreter here. If you really want to agitate me, make sure you don't show up when there's an interpreter here. Those people get paid a lot of money, and the court, quite frankly, doesn't have the money anymore. Now I get this new rule that says the courts can't charge for interpreter fees anymore.
Your Honor, the reason.
I have a good mind to lock them up. That's what I have a good mind to do.
No, please don't. No.
Don't play games.
Your Honor, she apologized.
I'm not gonna do it. Because I'm a lot more courteous than some people that walk in. They just don't get it.
Well, Your Honor,
I'm
she's prepared to move forward.
not gonna, I didn't even get a chance to read the report again. I mean, you guys give me a lot of credit. I was at court to school this morning. I don't remember everything about this report. I want to read it again. She was supposed to be here 8 days ago. I don't remember from day to day.
So
And I can't do his without an interpreter. Reschedule cases real quick before I get really agitated, Heather. We need an Arabic interpreter.
They're on the front of the file, the date.
Oh, I'm sorry. April 15th at 8:30. I'm telling you, you don't show up next time. You tell your husband I'm saying this. You don't show up next time, I'm setting a bond you're not going to be able to make. And then we're going to get around to hearing the case. Tell him this. We're going to get around to having the case heard when I feel like having it heard. And that will not be anytime soon. Do we understand one another?
Yes.
Can't miss when I got interpreters here. Come on.
thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. April 15th, 8:30 in the morning. Go down and get your notices. Make sure we have an interpreter. Brent Keith Early. 25T708726.
Morning, Your Honor, Michael Crawford, representing Mr. Early, who's making his way.
Where's he been? Where you been?
Your Honor,
What's your name?
Brent Keith,
Where you been?
Your Honor, my client's had serious health issues throughout this last year. He's got some documentation. He got a blood clotting disorder. He's had several surgeries, had to move with his parents. And he's just able to get up and start walking, and he got himself in here, Your Honor. He's got some time left on his probation. He's going to plead guilty because he did not do the things, but it's all because of these health issues that he's been having.
Did he have any inkling that maybe it would be reasonable to make a phone call to the court and tell the court when he couldn't be here back in September?
Your Honor, my client did actually communicate with the court several times. There's some documentation even in the file where he had had a letter sent over from Cornwell letting his probation officer know that he was hospitalized. Now, he didn't do it every single time, but he can if the court needs it. But he did communicate the call, he left some voicemail, and actually communicated with Emily several times. So she was aware. That's one reason why she told his court work program, because she understood physically he couldn't do it. She said, hey, just let me know when your health gets better, then we'll get you back on the schedule. But unfortunately, she's obviously not here to speak to that. But the letter is in the file. I saw it, Your Honor. I tried to fold the page for you, kind of a big fold from the lower right-hand corner. But it's been a health issue, Your Honor. He hasn't been thumbing his nose at the courts at all. He's barely ambulatory. He's just starting to move around. So we're hoping he can go ahead and plead guilty because he is guilty, Your Honor, but he'd like to stay on probation. He believes he can finish things off now. He's here, he's ready to go off. He's got 6 months left. He paid his fines at least. That's something he could do.
I'm gonna take your plea. That's what you want me to do. And then we'll go from there. If you plead guilty, these are 4 non-technical violations, but because you absconded. So if you plead guilty, you could get on each one of these counts, you could get 365 days. Are you aware of that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you sign an advice of rights form today? No, you're presumed innocent. They have to prove you guilty by a preponderance of the evidence. You have the right to question their witnesses, to bring in your own. To use the subpoena powers of the court to bring in those witnesses. If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights. We're not going to have a hearing. And you're going to be waiving your right to a contested hearing of any kind. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Is the count 1 that you failed to attend your scheduled probation visit on August 26th of 25? How do you plead?
Guilty.
Is the count 2 that you failed to attend? I gotta get some pens up here that can write. Hang on, just let me, there's gotta be one of these, right? I'm telling you. Is the count 1 that you failed to attend your scheduled probation visit on August the 26th of 25? How do you wish to plead?
Guilty, Your Honor.
On count 2 that you failed to attend your scheduled probation visit on September 8th of 25, how do you plead?
Guilty, Your Honor.
On count 3 that you failed to provide proof of completing 1 day of community service by September 7th of 25, how do you plead?
Guilty, Your Honor.
He's got to sit down.
If you don't feel comfortable doing this, I can reschedule it.
No, it's okay.
Are you sure?
Just
On count 4 that you failed to provide proof of completing inpatient treatment, how do you plead?
guilty, Your Honor.
You sure you want to go forward? I don't need to.
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you fail to attend your probation visit on August the 26th of 25?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you fail to attend your probation visit on September 8th of 25?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you fail to provide proof of completing 1 day of community service by September 7th of 25?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you fail to provide us with proof of completing inpatient treatment?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I'll accept. Anybody force you to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
So how much, I'll accept those, please. How much documentation does he have regarding his medical?
Your Honor, he showed me a printout that showed the days he was in Trenton, Cornwall, Trenton, and it covers really all 3 of these date-related violations. He was in
Was he in the hospital for an extended period?
yes, it's time.
Okay, like how many days?
So it was 3 days around the August 26th, the first one. Then there was another 3 days around the 9/8 violation. And then he couldn't do the community service on or about the 9/7 because he was in the
Okay,
hospital.
okay. Do I have any note from his doctor as to what the? I think what I'd like to do. Yes.
1:30.
Yeah, they coming over and want to do with you. I don't need them.
He could send it, he said. He said if we need him to come in, but he's on light duty. I'll just tell him to come 1:30.
Yeah.
Yes.
Your Honor, I got a document here. I put a mark next to the dates that are relevant. And it's been
Stay there, sir. You're good. Sit down. Relax.
the image of the bed means he was there overnight. If the dates don't make it clear.
Okay.
And he's got several other pages that show he's been in and out for.
Was he been in there since October the 17th?
Well, the issues he goes in and out, it's for sometimes longer periods of time. such to the point where he had to move out of his house. Like I said, he had to go live with his parents because he couldn't take care of himself.
Where do you live at, sir? On Dickinson?
Yes, yes, sir.
Who do you live with now?
I'm staying at my parents' house in Southgate.
I mean, does he have any notes besides this log that tells me when
Oh, she
he's?
could give it.
I will definitely, I said, sure.
Well, let's do that. I'll accept your pleas. We'll set a sentence date. And you can just get some documentation. How long do you think that'll take you?
I'll get on it right away.
Okay, Heather, why don't you give me a day when Mr. Crawford's here in about 3 weeks?
No,
Thank you.
What's that?
on the front.
Oh, jeez. Do that. Oh, that's got the 31st. Heather, can you hear me?
Yes, Judge.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a date later. I'm gonna hand you this back, Mr. Crawford. We're gonna do it like, give me a date like around the 18th or 20th of April.
We can do. Would April 28th work?
It's fine. We'll do that at 8:45. Is that good for you?
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay. Yeah, just give me that documentation and we'll go from there, okay?
I'm here on the 29th of April. So, very fine.
Is Mr. Crawford not, he's not here, he's saying on the 28th. Can we do the 29th, Heather?
Yeah, we could do the 29th.
At 8:45. April 29th at 8:45.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck, sir.
Thank you, sir.
James Bowker. James Thomas Bowker, 260-647-449. Your name, sir?
James Butler,
Mr. Shaw.
30720.
Listen, I'm gonna go ahead and, first of all, does he stand mute and wait for my
He
reading?
does.
Not guilty, please entered. I can see you want an adjournment, right?
Yes, and discovery as well, please.
Right, so I'm gonna go ahead and sign that, granting the order for discovery. I'm going to set your bond, and we will go from there. So, let's see, larceny case. All right, so I'm gonna have to have you go get printed today, so we'll take care of all of that. And then I'm gonna let you appear by Zoom, okay, since you're from Grayling. All right, so Heather, make a note of that. We're gonna let him appear by Zoom, okay?
Okay, Judge.
So I'm gonna give you a personal bond here. I don't know why you weren't here before. Why weren't you here before?
He just received notice of the date, recently, is that so?
Yeah, I didn't get any paperwork.
Yeah, why did they just file a citation on February 25th of this year when the incident occurred in February of 24? So I get it. That's why it happened. I'm gonna give you, excuse me, a personal bond. I've got his new address in the file, Heather. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court. You cannot violate any law or ordinance. You must appear in court as directed. I'm going to order that you not have any contact with prosecution witnesses or the victim. And I don't know who the victim is. See, they're not giving me enough information here, but no contact with the victim or prosecution witnesses. You cannot leave the state. You cannot violate a law. You must appear in court as directed. You have to go to the police department to be fingerprinted and photographed by 2 p.m. today, okay? So you're going to go over to the Trenton Police Department to get fingerprinted and photographed by today, March the 26th by 2 p.m. Okay, I'm filling out an order. You're going to go down the hall, get that order. If you want a court-appointed lawyer going forward, you're going to have to fill out a petition for one before you leave. Do you work?
Not currently, been between jobs.
Where did you last work?
I work for, Edsel Estates, it's like a group home.
How much were you making?
I think that was 17 an hour.
All right. If you think you can't afford a lawyer, you fill out a petition for one.
Okay.
We're going to give you a bond sheet. We're going to give you an order for prints. I'm going to give you the new court date. You're going to go down the hall and get the court date. When is that going to be, Heather?
That'll be April 23rd at 9:30.
April the 23rd at 9:30. Okay, sir?
Judge,
I
what's
do
this
wish you-
personal bond that you're setting?
Yes, personal bond, $1,000.
Thank you.
And you can take this down the hall, or take this down the hall, and you'll get a copy of that, and you are all set. Any questions?
No, no.
All right, thank you. Is that the last of yours?
Last of mine.
Is that the last of Mr. Crawford's, I hope?
No, I got it. There's a gentleman in lockup. I'm bringing out Flat Rock, zooming in. He's right there. So let me get.
Is that Mr. Crawford's?
Yes. I'll thank you. Sit down right here, fill out all the highlighted boards.
Do what he says.
Name?
Michael McKeon.
Michael Crawford, representing this weekend.
For purposes of arraignment,
I would like to stand and wait for more.
you have the right to remain silent, Mr. McKeon. Anything you say can be used against you in a court of law. You have the right not to say anything. You have the right to a lawyer today. You have the right to a lawyer at all subsequent court proceedings. You have the right to a lawyer if you choose to submit to questioning with law enforcement officials. Do you understand all that?
Yes.
You have the right to a probable cause conference within 14 days. At the probable cause conference, your lawyer will discuss this case with the prosecutor at the preliminary exam. If it goes that far, they have to prove that the crime was committed and that you were the one who probably committed the crime. If they prove that, you'll be bound over for further proceedings to the circuit court. If they fail to prove that, the case would be dismissed and you'd be discharged. Do you understand that?
That's right.
Probable cause conference will be April 7th at 9 a.m. That's in front of Judge Hessen. She's on the state docket this until the end of April. Preliminary exam will be April 14th at 11 a.m. April 7th at 9, April 14th at 11. He wrote down an address on his request for a court-appointed lawyer as being on Caroline. Is that true? Do you live on Caroline?
Yes, with my parents. She is homeless. She used to stay with my parents. She don't anymore because of her drunkenness.
All right, listen.
Oh,
Stop.
okay.
Stop. Just stop.
I just.
Just stop. Okay.
What do you want to say?
Your Honor, despite how troubling these allegations may sound, my client is looking forward to returning to clear his name and vehemently proclaim his innocence, Your Honor. I don't think the court has to be concerned that he wouldn't return. He knows these are serious charges. He understands this is a very time to be charged with something like this. But he states to the court that the court can count on him to return. He wants to resolve this.
When's the last time you worked?
Your Honor, it's been almost a year, Your Honor. My client's got significant health issues. It has made it pretty difficult for him to work. He's got a seizure condition, and he also has blood clotting problems, Your Honor. And he's been wrestling with both of these conditions since he was diagnosed with them for about a decade now, Your Honor. So it makes it tough for him to find some work. So right now he's living off of unemployment, and his parents are helping him out. But he is actively looking, Your Honor, and he's applying for SSD.
Did you find out what kind of injury she ended up sustaining? Detective?
She had contusions to her face. She had a sprained ankle, nothing that required any stay in a hospital. She was discharged the following morning.
What are you asking for?
No contact with the victim, obviously, and I would defer everything else to the court.
I'm going to give you the bond conditions first. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court. You cannot violate any law or ordinance. You must appear in court as directed. No contact with Jessica Nedball. You cannot write, phone, see, text, email, or communicate with her. You cannot have anybody else do any of those things for you or on your behalf. No contact with prosecution witnesses. You're not to purchase, possess or consume alcohol, marijuana, or illegal drugs. You're not to possess firearms. You're not to possess dangerous weapons. You're required to obtain a tether. You're not to be within 2 miles of the victim, her residence, or place of employment. I heard everything everybody said. You're not to be released until fitted with a GPS tether. 50,000, 10% is the best I'm gonna do. You're gonna have to post $5,000 to secure your release. That might be too low. April 7th will be your first court date. You are set. Good luck. Thank you. Thank you.
Sir, have a seat back in that jury box real quick.
This courtroom session was a perfect example of how quickly minor legal problems can escalate when communication breaks down, court dates are missed, or probation terms aren't taken seriously. Some defendants received understanding from the judge because they showed effort, medical documentation, or genuine attempts to comply. Others were met with immediate skepticism, tougher bond conditions, and even bench warrants because the court believed they were avoiding responsibility. One of the biggest takeaways here is that judges pay very close attention to accountability, not just the charges themselves, but whether defendants communicate, appear on time, and follow court instructions. By the end of this hearing, we saw everything from reduced penalties and personal bonds to GPS tether requirements and a staggering $50,000 bond condition in a much more serious case. And now we want to hear from you. Which defendant do you think handled their situation the best? And who made the worst mistake in this courtroom? If you found this case as shocking as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns.